Alright, welcome in. Rematch here, but we're not on Nomad anymore. We've got HOANG versus Icon, Duity, however you want to call him. And HOANG takes that elephant ASAP. Didn't even take a single goat, just simply wants to get the elephant. Oh, this might not last long. This game might not last long. No, HOANG, not like this. He lost, he lamed himself. Oh no. Disaster. And now Icon can snipe down these ostriches with a forward villager. Oh jeez. Does HOANG GG out of this immediately? I would be tempted, man. I would be so tempted. Only got one ostrich in and lost the elephant. This would be a... I mean, if he fights it, this would be as good of a win as you could ever get. Also, could potentially steal the elephant from Duity here. The elephant's very far forward, and Duity's not going for it at all. Duity's going to lose this villager forward, or at least should. Maybe? Maybe not? Micro God? No. Scout does go down for HOANG, though. And the elephant gets taken. Maybe? No, the villager is simply going forward. I think Duity's going to try and push HOANG off of these ostriches with more villagers. Okay, he does take the elephant, though. Well, we'll see. In HOANG we trust. Did HOANG take all of... No, Duity must have taken... just... Yeah, okay. Never mind. I was going to say, did HOANG take goats? But no. Alright, Duity. Micro nerd. Confirmed. Let's see. Loom coming in for... Oh, he doesn't have a loom yet on these villagers. Oof. This has to survive another couple seconds. And... Loom is in. Vills can take this fight, so Duity's going to have to pull back, but the ostriches are all rotting away while this is happening, right? So it's not really that big of a deal. I think Duity is happy to take those fights. And importantly, still has the scout alive, so he can just come back and push his ostriches. HOANG trying for some counter lane damage, but he showed up to the wrong side of the base. Just a terrible game for poor HOANG. Everything has gone wrong. Also worth noting, Mongols here are usually very strong on Socotra, because ideally you do have a lot of hunt you're taking, but there's been virtually no hunt for HOANG to take. So the Mongol bonus not really giving HOANG that much value here. Alright, well, these ostriches are not going to make it to the TC, it's got to be said. They are simply not making it to this TC. Really? HOANG pulls back, only kills the one. I thought he was gonna dive in there. Get your gloves on, more fights. Duity can just gather from this ostrich and then push in the rest. He actually hasn't been lamed hardly at all there with that. Yeah, he even has the third villager, so we can take this whole ostrich basically. Yeah, the push is a little awkward when you're trying to also Vil fight and everything, it's gotta be said. Alright, HOANG's going heavy onto wood. He's also going heavy onto forward villagers right here. I don't know what the idea is. Maybe you can take some of these ostriches for yourself. Is that ever the play? More fights? Scout is not healthy at all. Scout goes down, gets absolutely decked there by the villagers. Okay, that's some good counter-laning damage. Now, Duidi's had to bring a 5th villager out, so technically this is still better for Hoang. Also worth noting, Hoang did have the eco kill earlier, so he is ahead on villagers right now. Saving weak fills in these fights, also very good. Another weak villager saved, and 3 villagers there for Duidi chasing. Oh god, this is so messy, bro. We're back up to 6 villagers chasing Hoang's vills. Duidi's trying to block in front of this vill, I think, so that he can punch behind. Not quite gonna make it, though. We're gonna have to peel off some vills here. Farming eco beginning for Hoang. He's trying to go up to feudal age here, but still has a long way to go. Yeah, we just gotta make more vills. We can't just wait that long. More vills coming forward now for Duidi. He is going to be able to click up to the feudal age here. Just needs to drop off a little more food, although maybe he's just still waiting. He queues up another villager, interesting. I mean, the longer we're in the Dark Age, the better for Hoang. He still has the villager lead. Doing a great job in these vill fights too, saving the weak vills. Really, really good. This one might get cut off at the pass. No, she survives. Feudal Age now on the way for Duidi. Hoang actually has more res collected than Duidi does right now. How in the world? Hoang was able to take like 1 or like 2 ostriches, kind of, and that's it. How is he ahead of Duidi right now? I know he's had more villagers, but man, I guess Idle Eco is rearing its ugly head here against Duidi. This one palisade also that Duidi put down is so annoying. It's so bothersome, these villas having to path all the way around it. It's such a annoyance. It's not that bad, but man, for the cost of like 1 wood, it's worth it. I guess probably 2 or 3 wood with how much this is built. Alright, can Duidi pull off the FC is the question. I don't know. It's only 2 farms. There are still some berries here. I guess with the market you can. The eco's not great back there for Duidi though. Hoang has 9 farms going strong here. Alright, blacksmith market for Duidi. And probably going to be the same for Hoang. He can't afford both though. It's going to be market. It's going to be market and then eventually something else here. I guess a blacksmith. It's not super clean for both. Duidi also doesn't want to sell his stone here in order to go up because he wants the castle in the next stage, right? So he could obviously be up right now, but he's going to try and get up there naturally, which is really delaying things. There we go. Castle Age coming in. But Blacksmith on the way up for Hoang. I think he should be able to click up once that's completed. A little idle time might occur. It's fine. Okay, we sold 100 stone. It's fine. We're up. So, at the end of the day, we're what, 30 seconds behind? That's not bad at all. That's really not bad at all. Hoang still has the res collected advantage. I cannot believe it. Duidi's going to be making some walls here. He's actually almost full walled, just needs to complete it in this gap, and he'll be fully walled. And, well, he's going to have a castle in the next stage. Both players will have a castle in the next stage, technically. Mangadai eventually beat Conquistadors pretty hard. But I think early on, Conks should be favored. You need a lot of upgrades for the Mangadai, right? So Huang's gonna have to get, like, Fletching, Bodkin, probably Ballistics. That's a lot of stuff to try to afford. Conks, you can just make the Conks, and they're fine. All right, where do we... maybe the more interesting question is, where does Duity put this castle? It should be at home, yeah. It should be at home, and it is at home, but you never know. Huang's not making this castle at home. He is going in on this castle, brother. Alright, alright, there it is. It's on the secondary stone here for Duity, so if he wants another castle, might be a little bit awkward. This does mean there's no protection at home for Huang, so as the Conquistadors start to come out, it could be a little rough for him. But I suppose equally this does mean the walls for Duity are not going to do that much. Monastery behind to try and deal with the Conks, but Mongols don't get Sanctity, which is a really, really big deal against Conquistadors. So I don't know if that's even that good. Mangadai coming out, though. This castle positioning actually feels really good now for Duity, because he's been forced off of this gold now, right? So having safe, stable gold control there is necessary. We are up to Bodkin for Huang. Still a long way away from Ballistics, but, you know, we're getting there. Also, the castle here with Bodkin can range the TC, which could be an issue for Duity. It could be a big issue, actually. Also worth noting, obviously Conks cost food, whereas Mangadai cost wood. So it's a lot easier for Huang to actually produce these Mangadai compared to Duity right now. And what do we do here? Do we just try to build... I guess we just save up enough wood to build a second TC, right? I don't think you ever fight for this TC when it's underneath the castle like that. Yeah, another TC in the back here for Duity. Gonna give him some longer-term wood access. Relics coming in for Huang as well is nice. That's another good reason to go Monastery, I suppose. He's already got 2. He's gonna get 3 at least. Duity just trying to mass up Conks as best as he can. Still really tough with this low of an economy, though. Alright, first TC goes down. And that means Mangadai can run through here if they want to. They aren't really in the position to do that, though, as Huang is just protecting his monks so that he can get the relics in. Monks can't really take this fight, and Ballistics is almost in. I mean, they still do a lot of damage, but with Ballistics in, it's just almost... It's virtually impossible to micro Conks against Mangadai once Ballistics is in. I'm just going to put it that way. This is going to be so tough for Duity to actually pull off. Yeah, there's no way. I think Huang is in a winning position here. Mangadai can harass this gold as well. That's the only place Duity's able to take gold right now. Now the castle is being hit by the castle from Huang because Duity does not have any ranged upgrades. He's having to repair this castle. Conks going down to the castle as they eject as well. This might be GG. If you've ever needed a more... That was an ugly volley to take, but If you've ever needed a succinct game to show someone to tell them that Mongols are broken. Barely even took advantage of the Dark Age Mongol bonus, which is usually a huge reason you pick Mongols in these games. Lamed himself rather heavily and got lamed by his opponent rather heavily, and still Hoang is in a big winning position here. Going for a second TC behind now. Mankadai can just run in here and start ripping Vils. Just run through. There's literally nothing to stop you from running through. I guess the conks are here. Yeah, it's just not super easy. I guess the conks having terrible accuracy actually helps them here because you can unleash the volley and it almost acts as a sort of like pseudo ballistics where you might miss so badly that your shot still hits as the Mangadai are microing. Alright. Dwiddy needs some counter damage here, but that means he has to leave the base so the Mangadai can just start killing Vils. Quick walls on the wood line, but Vils are going to go down to get those walls up. But conks finding the damage, kind of. They can't hit anything to say, oh my god, please. Okay, there we go. Cannot hit anything, but Imperial Age on the way for Hoang is crazy. Who needs an eco when you have the market? And yeah, Dwiddy's absolutely dusted here. Mangadai running through the back of his eco. It's 14-5, eco KD. Conks are going to snipe down the monks though. Hoang getting a little sloppy there. But I think Imperial Age just kind of wins it, right? If Hoang can afford Bracer and like a couple Trebs, it's just over. It's simply over. Okay, very interesting TC here for Dwiddy. Okay, wait a minute. This is a good engagement for the conks. If the Mangadai just don't micro at all, it's actually okay for the conks. That's what they need, though. They need literally 0 micro to happen. Okay, Mangadai all go down. I mean, Hoang's not going to have a tremendous eco on the back of this imp, although it's got to be said, Dwiddy's eco is terrible, absolutely abysmal. Like, there is no eco here for Dwiddy. All of Dwiddy's villagers went forward for this TC to get on stone. Do we GG when imp hits? This is the question. Hoang does not know about this stuff. This is a Capture Age graphical bug. He does not see those farms. So that is, for now, safe eco, but Imperial Age comes in, Bracer, Trebs. Okay, Dwiddy fights on. For now, those are... Okay, 2 more Mangadai go down. You can't make Mangadai and Trebs at the same time, which is a little bit awkward. Conks run back into Hoang's eco, but loses a conk to the TC is a little awkward. Bracer is now in. As Dwiddy goes for a siege workshop. And I guess it's Rams? But the castle's going to go down to the Treb. How do you save this? Okay. Conks. Still finding good fights against the Mangadai. Just how do you stop your castle from going down? I guess you don't. So the castle's going to go down for Dwiddy. Trying to mass up Rams here. We do have 0 wood economy right now for Dwiddy, though, is an issue that we're having right now. He's almost got enough stone for another castle, but so what? Hoang already has Trebs out, right? Market down is also a big deal. That's actually a massive deal for Duity. Okay, the ram is pushing this blacksmith. I don't know why. Hoang already has most of the blacksmith upgrades he wants, realistically, at this stage of the game. Another castle here would be so good for Hoang. Oh boy, okay, well... Here we go. We gotta do something big, right? When the villagers have to walk past an enemy TC in order to drop the castle, you know it's a pretty forward castle. I mean, the blacksmith is gonna go down. That's nice, I guess. Hoang will never get those armor upgrades. But with Bracer, it's just such a tough fight for these conks. Castle completes. I don't even know if Hoang realized that castle was going up until right at the end there when he garrisoned the TC. But the Trebs can come over, right? I don't think I think the Mangudai are reaching the stage where the conks aren't going to be able to take a fight here. Oh my god, the accuracy. Did you see, like, one of those conks hit that trebuchet? It's an immovable target, and they still cannot manage to hit it. Yeah, this is over. Unless Duity can take a great fight right now, but I don't think he can. And I think this is going to be GG. Mangudai can take out the ram. Yeah, castle goes down. That's all Duity had to his name, was that castle. Siege Workshop as well, and the GG comes in. I can't believe Hoang won that game. That was a crazy game. That was absolutely... So, just to remind everyone, Hoang shot his own elephant with the TC, lamed himself, pushed in one ostrich, and then Duity killed all of the other ostriches, and also Vil fought over here, so Hoang got maybe like 1.5 ostriches. And that's it. Meanwhile, Duity, I think, took everything. The elephant was brought in. There was some laming on his ostriches, but it was only like 1 or 2, and I think he just took them anyway, long distance. And somehow Hoang still wins the game. That's a great win for Hoang. That's a Hall of Fame game. Like, I am if I'm Hoang right here, I'm preserving that game forever. I am never letting that game die.